welcome back to MQ Sews. I'm Emma. Today I want to talk to you about what I made in April, so if you're interested in that, please stick around. The first project that I worked on was an eye mask for a trip we're going on later this year, and I made two of these. I made one for my son. I'll pop a picture of it on the screen, and I made one for me. I made it out of scrap fabric. Last year I made a coda quilted coat. I'll put a picture of it in, and this is just a little bit of offcut from that project, and I've used a little bit of scrap fabric from my Fabric Godmother fleur dress. These were a really quick project. This pattern was a free pattern by Petite Stitchery. I'll pop a link to the pattern down in the description. The next item I worked on was my blouse for Sew April Blouse, and you may have already seen the video that I created while making this blouse, but I thought I would share it because I finished it this month. So this is my Emmie Blouse, which is a Seamwork pattern. If you're interested in all the details for this one, I'll make sure to link my previous video on this top in the description. I then worked on a pattern test for my friend Julie at the Curated Curvy. I'll link her YouTube channel down below, as well as her store where you can buy this pattern because it's going to be released very soon, or it has just been released. This is what I made during the pattern test. You can see I've used the same fabric as for my Emmie Blouse, which I just talked about. For the facing, I've put in a Kylie on the Machine label, and it says made with love and no regrets, and actually I put the matching one in a different colorway in the Emmie Blouse. I thought that was quite cute to have the same fabric with the same label. I used some scrap fabric for the pockets and for the hem facing, and the main fabric I used is a heavyweight denim. So this pattern comes in a wide variety of sizes, from a size 0 to size 34, which includes a bust of 30 inches to 60 inches, or a bust of 76 centimeters to 152 centimeters. And then the hips also is a nice wide range from 33 inches to 63 inches, or 83 centimeters to 160 centimeters. And the next thing I want to talk about is how I decided which size I was going to make. So my upper bust is 100 centimeters, so that puts me between a size 12 and size 14, and my waist is 100 centimeters, so that puts me in a size 20, and my hips are 124 centimeters, that puts me in a size 20 as well in terms of body measurements. I knew from the pattern images that Julie gave us that this was quite oversized, so when I looked at the finished garment measurements, I decided that my upper bust fit into a size 12, so I was going to make that rather than the size 10. Even though that was my upper bust measurement, I just felt like I needed a little bit of wiggle room, and I did a full bust adjustment to bring the full bust out to 119 centimeters, which is what my full bust measurement is. And then my waist is 100, so that would have fit into the waist measurement, which was 127 centimeters, and my hips are 124 centimeters, so that also would have fit into the size 12 at 150 centimeters. So I decided to make the 12 with a full bust adjustment, and that's how I decided which size I was going to start with. I really like this one, and I'm actually going to put some pictures up of me in this because you'll get a much better idea of what the dress looks like. I did a full bust adjustment on this one. I've inserted a center seam into the back due to having to do a sway back adjustment. With the adjustments that I have made on this dress, I'm actually really happy with how it turned out. The only thing I would change is I'd make it an inch longer. It is quite short. I can't put my hands above my head in this dress. I will flash everyone my undies. So yeah, overall this pattern is really well written. I highly recommend it. The dress fits really well. I'm really pleased with this make, and I can't wait to get lots of wear out of it as we get more cooler weather here in Melbourne, Australia. The other items I have to show you, I'm going to show you what fabric I've used for them, but I'm not actually going to show you the items in this video, but I have finished them. So I wanted to include them in this video. I will talk more about these in another video, but I have also finished these 3 tops. Just editing Emma, popping back in here to talk about one of these 3 items that I said I was going to talk about later. One of these items is currently on sale, so I didn't want you to miss out on the sale price, so I decided to pop in and show you what I made. This is the Everywhere dress pattern, which I've shortened into a top. The adjustments I've made to this pattern to create my top include a full bust adjustment on the XL size, and I've also added in a high-low hem, and I'll be talking more about that in the video where I talk about these 3 items. But I didn't want you to miss out on the sale. I've got that linked down below. Just note that that is an affiliate link, and so I do earn a tiny little bit of commission should you click on the link and purchase the item. Okay, well, that's all I wanted to say, so see ya. So that's all I made in April. As you can see, I only made 6 items rather than the 11 I made last month. And I think that was because I was taking my time with the Emmie Blouse, and I also took my time with the pattern test. It slowed me down a little bit. I don't think it's a bad thing to slow down and take your time while sewing. I'm discovering that I really enjoy the process of making sure something's going to fit well by making adjustments to the patterns. I also wanted to say thank you to Katrina from Create Something Pretty. She gave me a shout out in her video a little while ago, and I appreciated everyone who's come over from her channel and subscribed to mine. I super appreciate it. I'd really like to get to know you in the comments, so I'd love to hear about what you finished sewing in April. Leave me a little note and we can have a discussion down there. I'm really glad you found me. I hope you enjoy what I have to share with you. Anyway, that's it from me. I hope you have a creative day, and I'll see you next time. Bye! That's it from me. Oh, no, it's not it for me. Making adjustments is growing on me. High-low health